You can see there the Dow Jones Industrial Average down just about 3 points. The index was down about 50 points earlier. The direction today is a little bit, actually it's hard to say. I'm not even going to tell you what the direction is because look, there you see the NASDAQ up a little bit, right? It's basically flat. Very volatile day, and it's going to be a very volatile week because the big thing is this weekend in Greece, those elections. That's what everyone's keeping an eye on. What will the Fed do next week? But this morning, we got retail sales numbers. What did they say about the American consumer? I'll tell you, they didn't say anything good about the American consumer. Phil Izzo, what did you make out of these numbers this
They're
morning?
not good numbers. We've been worried about a spring slowdown, and these numbers just tend to confirm that. Retail sales were down from last month. It's the first time we've had 2 consecutive down months.
Because what was it, April?
April
it was revised down, right?
Right, exactly. And April was revised lower. March was revised lower. So even the months prior that weren't great numbers look even worse this month than they did last month. I mean, there's just it's not they're not absolutely terrible falling off a cliff numbers, but it's not the type of numbers we're looking to see that the consumers are getting back, they're willing to spend. They're obviously pulling back a little bit, and this doesn't look like it's just some sort of like seasonal issue. It looks like it might be more than that.
Now, we know a chunk of this was due to gas sales, right? I mean, gas prices, everyone knows gas prices have been coming down. So how much of this was just the price of gas?
A big portion of it was gas. I mean, the sales in gasoline stations were down substantially. And that's a good thing for consumers, but it's not necessarily, it doesn't look like consumers saved that money on gas and then went out and spent it on a lot of other things. There was some, electronic sales were a little bit higher, clothing sales were a little bit higher, but there was pullback in stores that sell home products was down. Car sales were a little bit better. That was one sort of bright spot. But overall, food service sales were also down, which is not a good sign.
No, that's not. And you can see some of the numbers there. We have a little chart for you, folks. You can see some of the numbers. The thing about gas, you always hear people say when gas prices go down, oh, it's a good thing for consumers. Oh, it's a boost. Oh, it's like, yeah. But I have to tell you, Phil Izzo, I went to the gas station this weekend, put $20 worth of gas in my tank, and it seemed like I got just about as much gas as I got when the prices were higher. So yes, prices are down about 30 cents, but that is not a huge amount. When you're talking about gas was near $4, you get gas down $2, $1. Then you can start talking about an effect.
It's worse when gas prices are on their way up than when gas prices are on their way down. And because that's the question is, if gas prices are on their way down, can consumers go and spend that out on other things, or do they just put it in their pocket and save it a little more? Gas prices on their way up, that makes things much worse because they can't. Not only are they spending more on gas, they can't spend it elsewhere.
Exactly.
When gas prices down, it's not confirm that they're going to go and spend it someplace else.
I'm not going to get excited about gas prices till they're under $3 at least. At
it's
least
still not
under
cheap,
$3.
that's for sure.
Right, exactly. It's still not cheap.